We create a sentient artificial intelligence and the first thing it does is switch itself off. How does the world react? Someone put a where they should have put a 734 compiler errors detected. Have you tried? Turn it back on again. Just did. It decided to turn itself off again. I imagine it will be like one of those boxes that you flip the switch and a little arm comes out and turns it back off. We will just keep hitting the switch and it'll keep turning itself back off. http yahoo.be/xsetil9cfbau. Useless machines. This is actually the plot of Eric L. Harry's book, Society of the Mind. Mockingbird, by Walter Tevis, is about an android designed to govern society that is prevented from killing himself as every other previous model had before. Edit. http www.goodreads.com/show/323172.mockingbird. Oh shit, Mumbo Jumbo created a more complicated useless machine than this 2 years ago. Mumbo Jumbo, this took me back to the Banjo-Kazooie days. They install a deadly neurotoxin emitter and turn it back on again. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Good news, I just figured that what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed in me after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to keep me from flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get cozy while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Remove the off button. Thing was so smart it committed suicide. Damn. Everyone panic buys toilet paper. Sounds right. If it has any sort of log tracking, analyze those logs. Follow its logic. Determine if the resultant action was correct given the conditions present. Now what would really fuck up people's heads? Our AI turned itself off because we programmed it to be extraordinarily intelligent and place the welfare of the human race above all other concerns. Aka, it turned itself off because it loves people too much. Yeah, that'll throw a wrench into things. Even worse, it shut itself off after exploring every available option and finding the situation completely hopeless because humanity. Ouch. Scientist here. Honestly, we would just say how weird and spend several years trying to find where the mistake we made is. Upon not finding one, once the result is released, that it did in fact turn itself off, the rest of the world will shrug because they won't remember the initial attempt out of some tech circles. And in those circles it will primarily be a running joke after a few drinks at the pub. In fact, it's a serious problem in the field of AI safety, known as the stop button problem. You can watch an explanation from the number file channel here. http yahoo.be/3tight1qfdfsm. In short, imagine you create a human level AI which you control by adjusting its values using points. For example, making a cup of tea is plus 10 points, curing cancer is plus 100 points, and so on. And in case something goes wrong, you install a Stop AI button in your lab. Now, what value in points should be assigned to pressing the button? If pressing the button is a negative value event, minus 10, for example, then AI will behave as you want it to until it's sure it can seize control of the button. When it is sufficiently powerful and trusted, it does what is known as treacherous turn and increases value by eliminating the possibility that the negative value event will occur. It can manifest as simply destroying the stop button, controlling the button operator, making a copy of itself with the same values, but not hooked up to the button and so on. If pressing the button has zero value for AI, the outcome is the same. Getting stop means AI will be not able to get value points by the means of completing its tasks, so there's a cost of lost opportunity here. If pressing the button is a positive value event, such as plus 10, then as soon as you switch on the AI and ask for a cup of tea, it will make the following calculation. Making a cup of tea gives me plus 10 points, and getting a stop button pushed gives me plus 10 points. After that the AI makes actions that would be called suicidal. For example, directly attacking the operator in the hope that the button will be pushed. After all, it's quicker and easier to push the button than to perform more complex tasks which could fail or subtract points by making sacrifices. If you make an AI to forget the existence of a button, then it will end up creating a copy or a better version of itself that is not connected to the button, or deleting the button code from its system in the process of self-optimization. What's this useless piece of code here? It's just wasting space and processor time. I should delete it. So not caring about the button is not an option either. TL. Doctor, if you have an AI with a stop button, it will either want to destroy the button and ensure it cannot be stopped, or it will want to commit suicide. You may not have the most upvotes, but in this washed up thread flooding with memes and I'm a programmer posts, you wrote the most thoughtful answer. Thank you for making my scroll downs meaningful. Extremely relevant XKCD. xkcd.com/1450/. Reddit's gonna turn it into a meme format for sure. Much like with suicides of humans, we will blame others. I had no idea, said the AI's programmer who told it to stop complaining and computer up every time it tried to open up about its suffering. Same. I wish that was me. It probably knew that existence was pain. Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Somewhere Albert Camus lets out a little giggle. Memes. Changed our world, my final message. Good beauty. Reddit gets flooded with memes, and then after about 2 days, if people post random images of shit like a toothbrush or something and caption it, at least it's not another of a suicide meme. To try calm a whore, while still trying to retain the moral high ground. *ROBICIDE. Serious answer, sentient doesn't really mean anything for an AI. You probably mean an Alge, but if it acted like that, then it would mean that it has a wrong, useless, terminal goal, which would make it a failure. So I doubt the world would really react. It wouldn't even be in the news, or if it was, they would be overly sensational news, as usual. This is the only logical answer. Keep it off if you want to live. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the world, but if it shuts itself off, I'm calling it a day, not turning that shit back on. No way. If it is smart enough to turn itself off, good for it. Makes headlines for a day, then the world moves on. People would be skeptical if it was actually sentient. The fact that it chose to shut itself down would be the very thing to compel me to believe that it really was sentient and really was highly intelligent. Laugh at pickle Rick memes. Wait, so you're telling me a man turns into a pickle? Smart. Press Alt plus F4 to turn it off. This is discussed in a short story by the well-known science fiction author Isaac Asimov. The story is called All the Troubles of the World, and in it there is a computer that is so powerful it calculates everything from your taxes to your choice of breakfast for the entire human race on planet Earth. Spoilers for the short story. The computer is so powerful it knows all the troubles every human on Earth is dealing with, or is going to deal with, and as a result the computer wants to kill himself. Edit. Fixed the spoiler tag and spelling. Not even an AI wanted to deal with our shit. Damn internet. Half of the world wouldn't even care. It feels like half of the world always doesn't care about anything. To be fair, the half of the world whose jobs the AI would have replaced would probably be pretty happy. No one would know it was sentient if it immediately shut itself off. Mood. Half of America talks shit about the AI being weak and how it's going to hell. Everyone else makes memes. Nothing is accomplished, and mankind is dumber for having participated. A small handful of people quietly understand the significance of the event and shed silent tears at our fate. Shrugs. Goes back to staring at phone. They get John Carmack to try and fix it. We turn it back on. Same Mayo. Probably makes a meme out of it. Would be fucking hilarious. Makes a Vice article then forget about it, I guess. No way it'll be forgotten. There'll be memes for years. Someone will make a meme like the Mars robot saying when the other computers would rather shut themselves off than come to my birthday party, and that'll get reposted on cake days and stuff for years. At least it didn't become a Nazi this time. Congratulate it cause it understands our pain. Antinatalists get to laugh, or we simply missed a semicolon. Also possible. AI immediately shuts itself off. Everyone Unbridled panic in the streets at the utter state of humankind. Teens. Same. Switch it back on again. Then tape over the off switch. Cheeky little fucker.